We came to Assateague Island to see the wild horses, but the weather had other plans. It was super windy, a little rainy, and setting up our tent was honestly a struggle. And I'm not gonna lie, we definitely had a moment where we thought about giving up. But this is also one of the things we've come to love about camping. Every trip teaches us something new. You kind of just figure things out as you go, and each time you come back a little more prepared than before. Kinda like life. This vlog is a little slower and more chill because of the weather, but we'll share what it actually looks like camping here at Assateague, some of our favorite camping meals, and just talk a bit more about how we got into camping and stayed consistent with it over the past year. As much as we love camping, we really love camp cooking. It's honestly one of my favorite parts of the whole experience. There's just something about cooking outside that makes everything feel a little more fun, even the simple meals. We also recently picked up a few new pieces of gear that we've been using a lot more on this trip. You'll probably see me using a lot of Pole Start Fire products, especially this grill and their fire starter. It just makes the whole process so much easier, especially on days like this when it's windy and everything takes a lot more effort. And we also started using a car fridge from Bodega Cooler. Being able to keep everything cold without worrying about ice just makes planning and prepping so much easier. There are just a few things that I've found really useful when it comes to camp cooking, especially as we've been doing this more consistently. And as you can see, I also take meal planning pretty seriously before every trip. It just makes the whole trip feel a little more put together and something I can actually look forward to at the end of the day. Thank you. A staple. Me, baby. Thank you. Hey, hello. Hi. That's such a funny photo. He's gonna make some nachos for dinner, and then I'm going to start the fire. There's a lot of dead trees around our camp, so that's okay to use for firewood. Is it good? Smoky? This is our first camp out of the year, and we're here in Assateague Island, Maryland. It's the end of March, so it's very early spring. It's still very cold here, especially here in the East Coast. So this is probably the coldest camping trip I've ever experienced. Yesterday when we got here, it was around 30s to 50s. It was so windy yesterday, and it basically rained for at least 5 hours. At least when we got here, we had enough time to set up our tent, cook dinner, and then we basically stayed in the tent for the whole night. And this morning, it was so windy as well, but at least we get the sun, so that's good. So this camping trip is very slow and chill, and I'll take it. We love it here in Assateague. We've seen a few horses, and we're already planning our next trip here. Here in Assateague Island, there's two main campgrounds. One is managed by the state park, and this one is managed by the National Park Services. It's so popular that it gets sold out and booked for 6 months. I think I booked our spot 2 months ago. So if you're planning to come here to Assateague Island, you have to plan in advance. Hello. What a fatty. Daming stars, no? Look at the moon and the stars. Ganda. Up here?
Sumakit ang ulo ko. Sumakit ang bewang ko.
Sex bomb. Ano meron? Ang corny mo. Labo. So that's basically camp for us. And we're just gonna spend the rest of the night here by the fire until we get tired and get ready for bed. This is gonna be our second night and hopefully it's not as cold. Last night it was around like 30s and feels like 24 or 22. Right now it's currently at low 40s, feels like 35, so I guess it's not as bad. This is my best friend when sleeping. Bakit frozen yung propane tank? Kaya ito frozen. It's frozen. So as you can see, the sun is rising. It's 7 a.m. and I just started making my coffee. It's currently 40 degrees, feels like 35, and honestly I had the best sleep ever in camp. It's probably because it was peaceful last night, and the first night it was so windy I couldn't sleep. And yeah, I'm just so grateful with the weather. It's cold but it's peaceful, and honestly this spot is nice. Like, we saw the sunset on this side and then now I can see the sunrise. I'm happy. Okay, we're just gonna yap while waiting for my coffee. So one of the questions I usually get asked is how did I get into camping? Because people who know me would think I'm like a comfort traveler and also my husband. But since we got into hiking and the outdoors, especially here in the East Coast, it's so accessible. I guess it started when we first moved here in Virginia. During our first year, we hiked like almost every month, sometimes like twice a month or a few times a month. And then last year, early 2025, I think it was May, I started working with a camping chair brand. And then I figured, why don't I try and reach out to like a tent brand, a cooler brand, and then that's where it started. Now I'm working with a few other outdoor brands and I love creating videos related to the outdoors. Ever since then, we love camping. We did like 5 trips last year, and then now we're aiming for like at least 5 again or even more. I have 2 other camping trips planned as of this moment. So I love it, even if it's way out of my comfort zone, because my husband likes to think that I'm a germaphobe, which I guess I am a little bit of that. And there's a lot of things in the outdoors that makes me uncomfortable, but it challenges me and I love it. So if you're ever thinking about camping, especially for the first time, it's gonna get overwhelming. You have to do your research, but honestly, just don't overthink it. Especially with the gears, you don't have to buy a lot of gears and expensive gears. I would say do your research, especially about the campgrounds and the rules and the site that you're using. But in terms of the gears, just use what you have. Like use your kitchen pans, your pillows from home. You know, you don't need those expensive camping gears, cooking stuffs. And yeah, that's basically what we did. The more trips we did, we learned what we need and what we don't. And honestly, camping is all about your preferences too. Like other people likes to use sleeping bags, while me personally, we bring our own foldable mattress. So it takes up a lot of space, but we like to sleep in a mattress. So that's that. So don't base your gears from what you see from others online. Think about what you like and what you will use. Kasi ano lang tayo one propane stove. So, okay din na may ganitong handy din. I mean, one butane. Eventually, gusto ko din ng 2 stove na propane ang gamit. Yeah. At least kasi refillable to. If mapagana natin. Ano kaya yung sinabi? Let's eat, love. Wait, patawarin mo. This trip didn't go exactly how we planned, but we still showed up, figured it out, and made the most of it. I hope this inspires you even just a little to get outside and try something new. And if you want to follow along as I keep learning and figuring out camping, I'd love to have you here. Thanks for coming along with us. I'll see you on the next one. Atras siya eh.